Hey guys, just another quick little thing that I was doing today that I thought I'd share. I got this piece of walnut locally from a tree that came down, and I cut it up into a log and cut it into a bowl blank and turned the bowl. And the wood's still wet, which made turning great. It was super quick and easy. But now sanding it and the whole drying process is not something that I like to wait for. I'm kind of impatient that way. So something that I do to dry these bowls out quick and easy, and it seems to work good for me. It goes against a lot of things that I've read and seen about drying wood, but I like the heat gun. I just turn the lathe on and let it warm up, and it seems to wick the moisture out, and all the ones that I've done with it haven't cracked, haven't moved, maybe a little bit of movement, but definitely no cracks. So it's kind of like my go-to thing. If the wood's not dry enough, I just hit it with the heat gun. So I'm going to show you how I do that, and we'll move on to sanding from there and see how it goes. Okay, so here's my heat gun, and I just turn the lathe on the lowest speed, which right now is 600. The lathe will go slower, but I'm not going to move the belts. Turn this on high. That's it. I just move it around. The wood's nice and warm. It's actually hot. I did this for a few minutes before I turned the camera on, and then I decided that I'd share it. So maybe 5 minutes, probably less, of just moving the heat gun around a little bit like that. And now I'm going to sand it and finish it up, and I'll be all done.
When I've got you, I can't lose. All of my brightness shines through with you, with you. You're my shooting star. Your love reaches so.
Okay, so there you have it, all dried up. I put some Triple E polishing compound on there, as well as Mylan's high build friction polish, a couple coats of that. And from my experience, this bowl will stay like this forever. I won't get any checks or cracks or anything like that in it. Now, there wasn't any checks or cracks in this to begin with either. I don't know if that's important to note or not. I haven't done this a lot, but the times that I have done it, it's worked out awesome. And that was a lot faster and cleaner than waiting or sticking it in the microwave. Just use a heat gun. So now I'm just going to take this off and flip it around and finish up the bottom. I don't know if you want to stick around for that. Okay, so I switched the jaws, and I got it on the cold jaw now so that I can finish up the bottom. What I did for the bottom of this, I just drilled a 2 1/8 inch recess with a Forstner bit, just straight down, and then stuck it onto this chuck to hold it. Nice and easy. So we'll mount this on here and turn that recess off the bottom. Now, I'm hoping that you can see right here, I got a little piece of the bark left. I have not yet decided what's going to happen with that. So that will get decided when I finish the rest of this. But I'm just going to be taking nice light cuts because the cold jaw is not really strong. I mean, it holds it good, but you have more of a tendency of getting thrown in there. Okay, that part got turned off, so it didn't make a difference anyway. I'm just going to sand this quick and then finish it the way I did the rest of it. Normally I would try to get that little divot out, but this is getting a little thin and I don't want to chance it. Hey, something else to note when you're doing the bottom of these bowls, I never make the bottom of the bowl flat. I always have it kind of tapered in. The reason for that is I want just the outside edge to touch the table that it's going to sit on, and the less surface area that there is in contact with the table, the less chance it has of moving or shaking. So just by having an outside ring that it sits on, it's still nice and stable, but there's less of a chance of it being teetery. So that's just something quick to think about when you're shaping the bottom of your bowl. When I'm doing this, I have the speed turned up faster so that the friction polish can set in, and I'm making sure that I push the bowl towards those cold jaws so that it has less of a chance of coming loose or flying off, because that would be bad. By putting just a little pressure here, it can't fall off. That looks pretty good. I'm going to just do the outside a little bit. I'm still keeping a finger on the outside edge to hold it in. Okay, this bowl's all done. There we go. Okay, so now we got a nice piece of walnut here. Some really pretty grain lines in the back that carry through. But again, this was finished with the heat gun to get the moisture out enough to give the bowl a finish. And you saw when I was sanding it, it was fine sawdust coming off. If that was wet, it would have gummed up the sandpaper and not sanded well at all. So that's my tip for today.